Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back. It's another day of learning. Let's go check out our calendar. I rearranged my home classroom a little bit, so my calendar is now all the way up there. Can you see it? I'm going to bring you a little closer. Ooh, let's go this way. Oh dear. A little bit of an obstacle. All right, so there's our calendar, and it is still that month of January. See it up at the top? There's January. And today is our 13th day. If you see, there's a 1 first and then a 3. It says 13. It's our 13th day of the month of January. And when we move our pointer to the top, today is Worm. Begins with a W. Wednesday. Worm Wednesday. And here's our year. What is it? 2021. All right, and what's our season? The winter. That's right. It is still the winter, and it is still very, very, very cold out there. All right, so let me place you back right there. All right, now, don't forget to do your flag salute every day. In fact, let's stand up, put our hand on our heart, our right hand, and let's do our flag salute. There's our flag. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, there's our flag. See all of our stars and our stripes. Okay. Now let's take a look at our slides today. We're still doing our polar animals with our penguins. And so since we were talking about polar animals and they live in the really, 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 really cold weather, we have to be prepared if we were to ever visit that cold weather. Even though right now I'd say it's pretty cold too. But in the Antarctica and Arctic areas, in the polar regions, it's even colder. Can you imagine? I already feel cold now, but it is colder where they live. All right, so here we go. We have our slide number 1. It's called Froggy Gets Dressed. And this is a book. It's by Jonathan London. That's the author. It's a book about a frog who has to get dressed for that cold weather. And if you look out that window there, you can see that Froggy is looking outside and it's snowing. Yes, so he has to dress warm so he doesn't freeze out there. All right, so read that book at home with your family. Our next slide here are some things that you put on for the cold weather. It is our winter clothes. And this here is our winter clothes song. And this here is a winter clothes craft. So you're going to look at that song. And there's also some other slides that tell you more about winter clothes and talk about it. And then you can do the winter craft. Now I have the winter craft right here on the table. I already started to color it a little bit. And I took my time as I was coloring it using my crayons. And as you can see, I colored in all the pieces and I used a lot of detail. Okay, stayed in the lines, colored the pockets a different color, and the top part of the coat a different color. So I am pretty much done, and I had them cut out, except I have to cut out one more piece. Okay, so remember when you're coloring, okay, I want you to be certain to use a 3-point finger grip right here like this, tripod grasp, using your helper hand to hold the paper so it doesn't slide. I'm going to color her bows, okay? And as you can see, I'm going to stay inside the lines. This is called inside. If I were to go over here, oops, you can't see it. There we go. If I were to go over here, that's outside, okay? This is inside and that's outside. We want to stay inside the lines, okay? I'm going to do the same thing over here using my helper hand to hold the paper and coloring her bow, okay? All right, now, also I broke a crayon in half. It used to be a whole crayon, but I broke it in half. When you break your crayons in half, it really helps to support that grip so you can hold it the right way. So maybe try doing that at home. Broken crayons are really good to get your grip nice and strong, okay? All right, now, for my AM friends, you can give it a try. Mostly my PM friends, these are really, really tough to cut out. So we're going to, again, use our helper hand to hold that paper, okay? We're going to start on the same side as see, I'm right-handed, so I'm starting on the right side, okay? And see how I'm turning the paper as I cut, okay? I'm cutting, but I'm turning so that my point of my scissors are always staying up, okay? I'm not coming down like this. I'm keeping my point of my scissors up, okay? And I'm turning the paper and I'm cutting out that winter hat, okay? So here we have it. And then lastly, what you're going to do with this project is you are going to use your glue and you're going to glue it together. So I'm going to give the little girl her winter hat. That is something that you wear in the winter. I'm going to give the little girl a winter coat. It's definitely something you wear when it's cold. Some winter pants. Definitely, again, something you wear when it's chilly. Oh, I'm going to give her some winter boots, okay? Because that's what you will wear when it's snowy, so you don't get your socks all wet. And then she needs some winter mittens or gloves. So I'm going to put them on her hands to keep her nice and warm. And then lastly, I'm going to give her her winter scarf to keep her neck warm. That's up here. That's her neck. Can you find your neck? This is my neck. That's where I would put